Warning: no animals were hurt in the making of this film. All operations were handled by professionals in a professional environment. Please do not try anything you are about to see at home.
Nowadays, a lot more people are converting to veganism, vegetarianism, all that good stuff. Now, I'm a meat lover myself. I love it when I take a nice juicy bite into a steak. However, I do agree with a lot of what the vegetarians have to say. I agree with a lot of their beliefs because of how messed up the food industry is. I bet you didn't know 1/3 of the food is actually trashed before production, and half is wasted because the economy produces way too much. And with this, the animals are treated like pure resources, with no dignified death, no respect, no nothing. These animals are born and raised in a huge factory, nowhere to go, just to be slaughtered. And quite frankly, it's a great sacrifice, you know? All their deaths were in vain. These animals never got to run around and have fun. These animals were put into tiny cubicles, and they just stand around and wait for their inevitable death. Now, I'm not telling you guys to let these animals live. I'm telling you to let them live in the metaphorical sense. And that's why I'm more of a hunter-gatherer person. If I'm gonna eat meat, those animals will not suffer in a factory. I will go out and hunt them myself, and I will thank them. So every time I catch my animals, from a humanitarian/environmentalist standpoint, I treat the animal's death with respect. I'm sorry. As you can see, I raided this stork's nest or pigeon's nest, I don't know, whatever it is, you know, it was a nest and I got into it. And these storks might look huge, but they're actually babies. And I killed them because I was hungry. I took them while their mama was gone. That's a low blow. They never got to live. They never got to experience their mama's care. You know, their mama never regurgitated food and put it down their throat probably, and I can never forgive myself for that. I love you boys. I love you. I love you. So before I eat these two wonderful babies, I will let them relive a rich and enjoyable life under my wing.
I see trees of green, red roses too.
That's right, those are flamingos.
And I sing to myself, what a wonderful world!
You're really good guy. Come on in.
I see trees of green, red roses too. And me and you. Found me and you, and I say to myself, what a wonderful world!
Their first swimming lesson, mommy and me classes.
It's their first time swimming.
You want to snuggle up with mommy, huh? What did you guys learn in school today? Did you learn about colors? About shapes? I really don't like that John kid you've been hanging out with. He seems like a real bad influence, but I guess I'll let it slide because I'm
Frank,
like a
what are
cool
you doing?
parent. And
What? I'm letting them have a dignified death.
Frank, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm a humanitarian now, didn't I tell you?
Why are you always playing with dead animals, Frank?
What are you, my mom? I don't know. Why don't you get in the tub and find out?
I'm not gonna get in that fucking tub, Frank.
Oh, I think you are. You're gonna get in this tub right now, boy.
No.
Get in the tub.
Frank? No.
Shopping. Get in the tub.
Frank? I see trees of green, red roses too.
we're having so much fun right now. Look at these chicks. Look at these birds. They're having so much fun right now.
What the fuck is going on?
reliving their life.
Frank, why are you always torturing me like this? With dead fucking animals! I gotta done with this shit, Frank!
Why don't you try raising 2 children as a single mom?
Frank, you need help. You need some serious fucking help, Frank!
No, I don't. I'm good. I'm chilling with my base. Honestly, Shaman, you're just being very ignorant right now. You just gotta accept your fate.
Frank,
animals
I'm
are
begging you,
treated like
please.
shit.
Frank, please just stop!
And they need to relive their life. Have a little back scratch. Have a little back scratch.
Frank, please!
How'd you like a little back scratch?
Frank, I'm begging you, please just stop!
Why is he being such a little bitch about this? He's trying to get a little back
Frank, I'm
scratch.
begging you, stop! I'm over this shit, Frank!
He's trying to get a little back scratch. You want a little peck? You want a little kiss? You want a little kiss? You want a little back scratch?
Frank, I'm begging you, please just stop!
This guy is no fun. Yeah, you know, coochie coochie coo.
That's it. I'm calling PETA. I'm calling PETA, Frank! That's right, you're fucking fucked up! I'm gonna get your fucking ass in jail, Frank! I'm calling PETA! I'm calling PETA! I'm calling PETA! I'm calling PETA!
Go ahead, I don't care. PETA kills half their animals anyway.
You're wrong. PETA is supreme and it's righteous. It's gonna put your fucking ass in jail, Frank!
Oh, Shaman, you silly, silly fool, falling for American propaganda yet again. Y'all be self-righteously talking about animal rights and then turn a blind eye to the food industry and animal welfare corruption? That's a joke. In 2003, PETA euthanized 85% of their animals in their shelters. In 2005, PETA was charged with 31 felony counts for dumping all the dead animals in the dumpster. PETA's numbers from 3 years ago shows that 95% of their animals were euthanized, supposedly after they saved these animals. This was 3 years ago. PETA killed 95%.
It's not true, Frank!
You can't handle
It's not true!
It's American propaganda.
No!
This is how World War
Frank,
II
no!
started.
No!
This is how the Iraq War
Shut up, Frank! Shut up!
It was Bush.
Shut up, Frank!
It was George Bush. Don't get me wrong. I don't give a shit about animals. I just give a shit about people who think they give a shit about animals.
But we now know that societies all around the world each have their own account. Each has felt the necessity to explain why it is that they, human beings, are here. If you say, I'm only going to believe the one that my mother told me when I was brought up with my mother's knee, and I'm not going to question me, well then that's up to you. And it's a very confident thing to say that I'm absolutely sure.
That's profound. Who are you?
I see trees of green, red roses too. Yes, you do. Before you, and I sing to my. It's filthy Frank, motherfucker. It's filthy Frank, bitch. Let's get some pussy tonight.
Always torturing me with dead animals, Frank! I've had enough of this shit!
That's good. That's good. Someone outside? Oh, yo.
What's up?
Oh,
What's
what the fuck is this shit? Yeah. I need a picture of this. Hang on. Just like look at this shit and then like.